Right, good evening. I hope that you are having a good evening and good day. Just gonna make sure we got that there. So welcome. If we have not met yet, my name is Rachel Trekkie, and I'm gonna lead you through an abundance aroma yoga. So first of all, I just want to share some information about what aroma yoga is, some things that we're going to be doing, and then a bit of safety tips. So if you have never done aroma yoga, it is so easy and it's such a beautiful way just to connect the body and the breath and movement. So you can do yoga without using essential oils. You can use oils without doing yoga, but just having that combination of them together is just so powerful. So we are going to be using Young Living essential oils. Those are the only oils that we trust on our body and in our home, because it's really important what quality we're using. If we're going to be putting them on our skin, if we're going to be breathing them in, we want to make sure that there's nothing else in them except the entire plant. Like the bottle of frankincense is just the bottle of frankincense. So that's super important. It's the quality that we're using. So we're going to use only Young Living here, and that's what I'm going to speak to. I want to make sure that when you're putting an oil in your hand, wherever you feel called to put it on your body, I will, make some suggestions, but being mindful that when you're rubbing your hands together, you're not getting your fingertips in it. And when you're putting it on your body, that you're not rubbing your eyes or things like that. You can have a fatty vegetable carrier oil, like a coconut oil, olive oil, that kind of thing. This is the Young Living B6 oil to have on hand in case you do get it in a place that you don't want it, or in case you put something on your skin and it's a little bit sensitive. So I'm going to be using tonight frankincense, joy, abundance, and release. They are 4 of my favorite oils that I use every single day. If you have those, great. If you don't, come with whatever you have. And if you don't have oils, that's also okay. Just come and listen and just experience what it can be like. So you don't need someone to lead you through aroma yoga. If you just want to spend time with breathing, putting oils in the palm of your hands, inhaling, that can really help just calm the body and just really keep us mindful. But you can obviously join. We do classes every month, and it's just a great way to be able to connect with yourself again and just slow down. So I'm going to start by taking a drop of frankincense. So we're going to take it in our left hand, which is our receiving hand, and I'm almost out of my frankincense, so I'm going to get all of the goodness out and take the top off. So placing in your left hand and just rubbing your palms together a few times to activate the oils. So oils are made from plants, which are all energies, so just bringing energy to the oils. I want you to take 3 big deep breaths, cupping your hands over your nose like this, which is called tenting. Just 3 big inhales and exhales. And after you're done taking a few deep breaths, just keep your eyes closed. You can place your palms face up or face down on your knees. And just sit in a comfortable seated position. I'm going to walk you through a short attunement. So with your eyes closed, allowing your seat to find its way into the ground, following your breath. Each inhale, breathing in light and love. And each exhale, releasing what doesn't serve you. It's easy to get overwhelmed and stuck in the busy, the doing, the overthinking, and the stress of the world. It's also easy to get back to ourselves, to breathe in, take a moment for ourselves, and just realign and find our own peace. So as you go through the practice tonight, I want you to think about what you could release from your life and replace with one moment of peace, of abundance, of love, one thing that can make you feel better in just a moment. Maybe it's a deep breath. Maybe it's a walk outside. Maybe it's calling your loved one or having a hug of your pet. What's one thing you can add to your day to bring more joy, abundance, and love? When you're ready, you can open your eyes. We're going to grab our joy oil first. Well, first I should say, so frankincense is such a special oil. Why I picked that one for an attunement was because it's such a grounding, spiritual, meditative oil. It is grown in Oman in the Middle East, and it is grown right where nature and God intended. So Young Living has a farm in Oman and is able to grow the plant, the tree, the 1,000-year-old frankincense boswellia trees, able to grow them right there. So it's really powerful to have that connection just to the earth and to spirituality and peace and calm. So frankincense is a beautiful oil when you want to be more grounded, calm, and just take a moment for yourself. So next we're going to grab joy. So taking a drop in your left hand again and rubbing your palms together. Joy is also one of my favorites. This class has all of my favorites. Taking a few big breaths in and out. And placing your joy oil wherever you feel called. So I like to put joy over my heart. Maybe it's on the back of your neck or in your arms, or down your hair, wherever feels right to you. Apply just the rest of the joy that's left on your hands. We're just going to start with a gentle around the world movement. So with your legs crossed, sitting, you can have your palms face down, just gently bringing some movement into your body. Slowly, you can go faster if it feels good for you. Just listening to your body. Joy is a very expansive word. It's a really expansive, beautiful oil. It's a blend, so it has different oils in it. And it's really bright and floral and comforting. It's like getting a big hug. So it's a great one to open up the heart, which is kind of what we're doing here. So we're waking up the hips and the body and just bringing some movement into the torso. Maybe thinking about something that brings you joy as you inhale the oil and bring movement to your body. And you can turn and go in the other direction. Just being gentle, noticing what you're feeling. Maybe it feels good to go a little deeper and wider, or faster, or slower, whatever feels good to you. Just making your way back to center. We're going to do a seated heart opening with our joy. So it's kind of like a cat-cow movement, but seated. So on your inhale, we're going to take our arms up to the side, opening up our chest. And on the exhale, we're going to give ourselves a big hug. Inhaling, opening wide. Exhale, give yourself a big hug. Keep following your inhales and your exhales. Thinking of that joy just washing over you as you open and close. And if it feels good to go a little faster, you can, or a little slower, just following your own breath. Last one. Opening wide. Back. One more hug. Maybe thinking of something that brings you joy. Wrapping your arms around yourself. Imagining that thing or person or moment wrapping you in joy. So next we're gonna stand and grab our abundance oil. You can grab it before you stand up, that might be easier. Abundance is a powerful, powerful blend. So as the name obviously implies, it's to bring abundance. So most people think of abundance, they think of money, or they think of maybe like personal items, or like an abundance of something. It's overflowing. So we can think of this in anything in our life. So that's what this class is about, is just an overflow of abundance. So in health, in, you know, friends, in love, in community, in passion, and money, everything. Like abundance can overflow in our life in more ways than just money and income. So thinking of abundance in so many ways like that just helps us expand fully and overflow. So abundance is really spicy, and it has patchouli and cinnamon. I think cinnamon, yeah. Patchouli and frankincense and orange, black spruce. It's a really powerful oil. I put it over my heart every morning. So we're gonna take a drop, or I've got my roller. Rubbing your hands together. And again, we're gonna do 3 big breaths in and out. Placing the remainder of it wherever feels good to you. Maybe it's the back of your neck, the bottom of your back. We're gonna meet standing. So we're gonna do an energy exercise called Dr. Stone's Pyramid. And it's about power and grounding and energy, which is what abundance makes me think about. So we're gonna start with our feet a bit wider than our hips. Pointed outward, and you want to make sure just take care of your knees. We're going to put our palms are going to go around our legs and thighs, and our thumbs are going to go on the inside. On an exhale, we're going to go down and basically kind of get in almost a squat position. So inhaling and exhale, just allow your feet to open, keeping your elbows straight. You're going to kind of be in a little frog position. And just sit here for a moment. Your shoulders almost go above your head. Feeling the strength and the grounding in this position. You feel strong and confident with that abundance flowing over you. On your next inhale, you can breathe and drop the right shoulder into the middle, keeping your elbows straight, or your arms and elbows straight. Inhaling back to center, and in your next exhale, you can bring your left shoulder to the center. Inhaling, center. Just allow yourself to have one more big breath here, just feeling the strength and confidence, stability in this position. You are abundant in all areas of your life. You can inhale, gently making your way out. You might want to do a little wiggle, feeling that burn in your legs, that strength that comes from your power. We're going to work on a few half sun salutations. So wherever you are on your mat, you can breathe in your abundance oil again. So on your inhale, bringing hands up to the sky. Exhale, folding down, flat back. Letting your hands touch the ground. Having a slight bend in your knees, don't lock them. Inhaling, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. On our inhale, we're going to bring our hands wide up to the sky again. palms touch, and down through the center of the chest. So we're going to do 3 more of those. Inhaling, hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands down, falling forward. Inhale, hands up to your shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, hands wide up to the sky again. Palms touch. Down through your chest. Inhale, hands wide up to the sky. Falling forward, swan dive. Hands to the ground. Inhaling, hands to your shin, flat back. Forward fold. Inhaling, hands high up to the sky. Palms touch. And down through the center. Last one. Inhaling, hands wide up to the sky. Falling forward, swan dive. Palms touch the ground. Inhaling, hands up to your shins, flat back. And forward fold. We're going to gently make our way into a downward dog. So you can put your legs back behind you if you have room, which I don't. So gently making your way into a little triangle of downward facing dog. You can pedal your legs side to side, keeping a little bend in your knees, making sure your back is flat. If your feet don't touch, that's okay. Just think about making your back flat and stretching your feet as you pedal each leg. And on your next inhale, we're going to make our way into a pigeon pose. So bringing your right leg in front of you and your left leg flat behind you, untuck your toes, making sure that your knee is comfortable. And if you need, you can place a pillow or blanket underneath your right hip. And if this feels comfortable for you, just let yourself sit here for a few breaths. If it feels good, you can make your way down to the ground for a bit more of a stretch. Just thinking of opening up those hips. Our hips hold a lot of emotion and stress. So remembering to open them up, thinking of allowing that abundance just flowing into each hip. You can gently make your way out. You don't need to rush. And making your way back into downward facing dog. Just allowing yourself to pedal again and stretch that leg and hip. So on your next inhale, bringing the left leg to the front for pigeon. Allowing that right leg to fold back and untuck. And if this feels good for you, you're welcome to stay here. Just focus on your breathing. And if it feels good, you can meet your way down to the ground with your head on your palms. Just giving yourself a few breaths in whatever position you're in. On your next inhale, making your way up. Make your way back into your downward facing dog for another stretch. You can pedal the feet if that feels good. Just give yourself a few breaths here. Feeling the strength in your palms and your legs and your body. Remembering that intention that you chose at the beginning of the class. Just gently making your way onto your knees. We're going to grab our release oil. So release is one of my favorites again. a really, really powerful oil for anger support, for emotional support. It's getting rid of things, right? We carry so much that doesn't serve us, that we don't need, that may hurt us. So releasing is so, so powerful for ourselves. So taking a drop in your left hand, rubbing your palms together, taking those 3 big breaths in and out. And then wherever feels good for you to apply, release is great over the liver, which is on your right side, your rib area. The liver is where anger is stored, so rubbing release on that is a great part. You might want it on the top of your head, back of your neck, wherever you feel called to. And just gently make your way into child's pose. So you might want your knees together, or you might like your legs slightly bent apart. Just allow yourself a moment of rest in this position, keeping your fingers outstretched, palms touching the mat. With each breath, inhaling, with each exhale, think of something you can release. Inhaling abundance. Exhale, release what doesn't serve us. Inhaling abundance. Exhale what doesn't serve us. On your next inhale, you should gently crawl your hands to the left side, allowing for a slight stretch on your right side of your body. Just breathing into this side body. You might feel tightness or tenseness. Just being gentle with yourself here. Inhaling back to center. On your exhale, walking your hands to the left. With each breath, opening up that side body more. On your inhale, bring your palms back to center. Just gently making your way back into a cross-legged seated position. We're going to end with a seated hip stretch. So starting with your legs crossed, but intentionally putting one on top of the other. So this is kind of like a normal sitting cross-legged position. I want to intentionally put one on top of the other with my feet flexed, so not pointed toes, with your feet flexed, one on top of the other, and we're just going to gently fold over. You might be able to go only a little bit, you might be able to go quite a bit further. You should feel a stretch in the side of your hip and leg, that the leg that's on the top, you should be feeling that. Just breathing in here. Gently making your way back up, switching legs, crossing the other leg over the top, and gently going down again. You might feel quite tight in this area, unless you're super flexible in here, and then just breathe. Taking one more big breath in and out. gently crawling out. And making your way onto your back in a corpse pose. So just lying flat onto your back, eyes closed, maybe grabbing whatever oil you were most drawn to from the class. And I'm gonna read you a short meditation before we will end in Shavasana. So getting comfortable, picking whatever oil you feel called. Just close your eyes and listen to my voice. I now release my fears to the earth and ground myself, surrendering to the pull of gravity. I am aware of this moment in time, this breath flowing in and out. I thank my Creator for all my needs being met. I accept any waves of fear and insecurity that arise and now release them, replacing them with waves of love, abundance, satisfaction, blessings, and gratitude. I enjoy my body, which expresses myself as a spirit-guided being. Thank you, Creator. Breathe in fresh energy through the base of your spine, merging with earth energy, and be deeply grounded and relaxed. Just a moment in silence. I'll call you back when you're ready. Just slowly bring some movement back into your body. Maybe wiggling your toes or your fingers. Gently and mindfully going onto your right side of your body. Slowly making your way back up to your seat. Remembering not to rush. Just allow yourself in a comfortable seat. Just take a moment to think about allowing yourself to spend this time together for your body and your breath and your mind, and just giving this time for you. You can do this anywhere, anytime. Anytime you need a moment, you can take a breath, you can add an oil, you can feel your heart, put your hands on your heart, and just take a moment and just kind of reset and realign. And remember, you are so worthy and abundant in all areas. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for joining.